So if someone faces hardship, but he's not traveling, can he break his fast? It depends on the type of hardship. If he reaches the level of necessity, darura, then he is. Otherwise he can't. So we need to understand the illah, the reason, not the wisdom. The illah will give you the same mean, the same rule for any new thing that comes in our time. Yes, go ahead.
So if you are traveling and you are not enduring any hardship,
yeah,
should we be breaking them?
Perfect. Yes, you can. Why? Because the reason is there. This is a good question, because sometimes the reason is there, but the wisdom is not there, as he exactly mentioned. Maybe you're traveling and relaxing, you don't feel any hardship. The reason is there, but the wisdom is not there. But the Shara made the rule according to the reason, not to the wisdom. So if the reason is there, you follow the command, no problem. You can break your fast. So this is how you understand the Sharia, and this will help you. It does make sense for you to understand why. Because measuring the hardship, the wisdom is difficult. What makes it difficult for you might not make it difficult for me. So, but finding the reason is easy. Traveling is there. Khalas, then it's up to you. You break your fast, you leave it, it's up to you. But the reason is there. Wisdom, we don't care. It's there, if not, it doesn't matter. طيب. These are the secondary resources. The first one, the 4-1, Quran, Sunnah, Ijma', Qiyas. These are the main. These are the secondary. These are not agreed upon, okay? So for example, istihsan. What does istihsan mean? It means that when there is something, it looks like it's against the general rules, but the Shara allowed it for specific reasons. For that specific reasons, it's allowed there. Although it looks, generally speaking, it's against the general idea of the Shara. The example will make it easy for you. Now, to give someone something, what do you need to have first of all? You need to own it. Is this correct? I can't give your laptop as a gift. It's not mine. Is this correct? Do you understand this? I can't give brother Munib laptop as a gift. It's not mine. Okay. Now, when you die, do you still own anything or it's gone? When you die, gone. It's inheritance. Inheritance, isn't it? Your children, your wife, people will take your money. Okay? What about the wasiyah? You know wasiyah? So when you say, if I die, my laptop is going to go to Brother Ibrahim. After my death, I don't own it. It's out of my ownership. Is this correct? And the Shara allowed the wasiyah. So it's like exception. So they said this is istihsan approved by the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because if you look at the general idea or the general rule in the Shara, ownership is a must before you can give anything. In bay' and shira and anything. But these are exceptions. Another example, istisna'. Istisna', they said, istisna', this is one of the contracts that people use now. If I ask you to make doors for me, okay? If you are a carpenter and ask you to do doors, to make doors for me, and I give you the full money, is there an ambiguity here? Why? Where are the doors? Have you seen them? Have you touched them? You are going to make them for me. Is this correct? So there are ambiguity here involved. They haven't even started. I'm giving you the money, where in other type of transactions, you can't buy something that is not existing and you haven't seen it or touched it. So they say this is an exception. Why? Because this is something that is like agreed upon. The Prophet ﷺ approved it, the companion did it, and it's difficult to prohibit these type of sales, because if you prohibit it, people will find it difficult to manage to get their things to be done. Al-urf, custom. We talked about custom yesterday. Custom is something that is approved by the Shara. Except if it's against the Shara. So if the custom of a specific area that riba is okay, we can't accept the custom here. We refuse it, refuse the urf. But the custom, if it's something that permissible, like with the Prophet ﷺ, when Hind came to him, said, "Oh Prophet of Allah, Muawiyah is a greedy person. Abu Sufyan is a greedy person. And he does not give me enough money for my children, for me and my children." She was his wife. "What shall I do?" He said, "خُذِي مِنْ مَالِهِ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ مَا يَكْفِيكِ." Take from his money what is acceptable in your custom. What is enough for you according to your custom. So don't take millions to claim that I need money. No, just take what similar women take in your area and what the normal expenses that use in that area. So the Shara approved approved the urf as a sign or as a resource of a proof. Also, al-istishab, it means that when there is something, we cannot cancel it, we cannot delete it without proof. Now, I own this, and everybody sees that I own this laptop. I brought it with me, everything looks fine. Munib came and claimed this is his laptop. Now we say no, it's for Aimen, and you need a proof. Why? Because the istishab, we add the bara'a, the original, that this laptop is for Aimen. We can't change this idea, this meaning until you prove it. Not the other way around. That's why when someone claims something, he needs to prove it. Otherwise, we stick to the original. Al-masalih al-mursala, we talked about masalih yesterday, and the maslaha. Masalih, there we have three types of maslaha. One, maslaha that the shara approved it. Shara approved it. One maslaha is the shara denied it. And one is maslaha mursala, that shara did not talk about it. This we look, we balance. Is it acceptable or not? Now, for example, collecting the Quran was not mentioned in the Quran, neither in the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Who did it? Abu Bakr started it, and then Uthman finished it. So this is maslaha mursala, because what happened? Many of the reciters were dying, and Abu Bakr was scared the Quran will be lost. So there is a maslaha, so they collected the book of Allah. That's why Umar at the beginning was hesitant. He didn't like it. How can I do something that the Prophet did not do? Because they know that, you know them, they don't do anything without referring to the Quran, the Sunnah. But Abu Bakr started talking to them and explained to them that we need to do this. Otherwise, we might reach a point we will miss some of the ayat or surat. So we need to collect it in one book. Sadd al-Dharaya, blocking the means. We talked about blocking the means yesterday. We said some means it's agreed upon. We don't block it like. We don't block it. Like, if someone answers, well, I will feel very happy. At least someone understood the lecture. Yesterday we mentioned three types of blocking the means, said the Dharaya. One, it's agreed upon the scholars that it shouldn't be blocked because it's rarely connected. Like selling grapes. Selling grapes. Usually people eat grapes. There are some factories use grapes or alcohol, but there is no connection. Yes, you can't sell it to that specific factory who's doing the alcohol, but selling grapes in the market is permissible. The second one, we said it's agreed upon that we block the means here. Like the surah or the verse where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, وَلَا تَسُبُّوا الَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ فَيَسُبُّوا اللَّهَ عَدْوًا بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ. So don't insult the gods of the disbelievers if they will insult Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In this case, we have to block the means. The third one, we said it's not agreed upon. Like Bay'ul Eena. Bay'ul Eena. What's Bay'ul Eena? I mentioned Bay'ul Eena yesterday. Those at the back, they are very clever or they don't know what's going on. There is no other option. Because they look very quiet, happy, enjoying the dars. So they're not with me or they're, mashallah, picking up everything. Shu'aib, you know Bay'ul Eena? He wasn't here yesterday, yeah. Bay'ul Eena, you said yesterday, we mentioned Bay'ul Eena. I said, yeah, that's it, yeah, you come close now. Mubin wants to buy this laptop for 1,000 dinars. I will repeat the exact figure so you will not forget this again. He took it for 1,000 dinars and he will pay me after 6 months. Okay? Then he went out, he came back again. He said, do you want to buy it in cash? I say, no problem. I buy it for 800 dinars and I give it to you cash. We have 2 different transactions now. Is this correct? The first transaction, he bought my laptop in installment. The second transaction, I paid him in cash. Imam Shafi'i said 2 different transactions is fine. Majority say, no, these people are dodgy. Why? Because in reality, what will happen? I gave him 800 and he will bring it back 1,000. This is riba. And they would just brought the laptop in between to make it halal. They said this is haram. We have to block the means and say this is haram. Although the contract looks fine. Islamically, the pillars of contract are there, everything's fine. But there is a hila here, there is a trick involved, so we can't allow these type of contracts. Amal al-Medina, this is used by Malikiyya. You know Imam Malik, he was in Medina, rahimahullah. And people of Medina at the time of Imam Malik, they were the grandchildren of the companions. So Imam Malik used to look at this point. If something that the Ahl al-Medina do not know about it, he usually say, no, this is not sunnah. Why? Because people of Medina do not know about it. How come? The children of the companions. And that's why it's said that when the Imam Malik was, when Abu Yusuf, I think, came to Medina, he was debating with Imam Malik about the size and the amount of the sa' of the Prophet ﷺ. You know, sa' is 4 handfuls of the Prophet ﷺ. So he was debating with Malik. And he was giving qiyas and bringing this proof to show the amount of sa' is this. When he finishes, Imam Malik said to him, just relax. You go and bring your sa'. You go and bring your sa'. You go and bring your sa'. They brought their sa'as. He said to him, those are the grandchildren of the companions. And this sa' they used to be used at the time of the Prophet ﷺ. So Abu Yusuf left his opinion, and which is clear that he is talking about someone met the Prophet ﷺ and used it at the time of the Prophet ﷺ. But this is not, not always. In some issues, like for example, Ibn Wahab mentioned that Imam Malik rahimahullah, when he was asked about takhleel and wudu, he said there is not of the action of Ahl al-Madinah. So Imam Ibn Wahab said to him, when he finished, he said, well, there is a sunnah in this, oh Imam. He said, I told him the sunnah, and since then he started giving fatwa, it is a sunnah. So generally speaking, it's one of the things that we need to consider, because yes, if Ahl al-Madinah do not know something, don't accept it quickly and easily. No, you have to think about it, because it's rarely that something missing and that is not existing in Medina is from the sunnah. Okay. Istihsan. Istishab. Istishab, that means you keep the original. Okay? We mentioned now. This laptop is mine. So I keep forgetting his name. Mubin. I'm going to change his name in 3 days. Mubin, is it Mubin? Alas. Mubin said this is his laptop. Now, originally, is this laptop for whom? For me. I brought it with me, it's mine. So for him to claim this is his, he needs to bring a proof. Otherwise, we make istishabh, we keep the original rule. It is for Aimen, not for Mubin. Yes, Akhi.
Sheikh, if we go back to the same earlier question regarding 1,000 and internet.
Yeah.
So which contract is the valid one? Because right now in the market there are offers like that. So if you...
What is the offer? Do you know any specific offer?
So let's say if you're paying cash, it's 800.
Oh, no. This is completely different. It's good you asked about this, yeah. Now, we have, I tell you, this laptop, if you want to buy it cash, you pay 800. If you want to buy it installment, 1,000. And I'm selling it to you, and you take it and you go. That's fine, as long as you choose cash or installment. There is no problem with this. Majority of the scholars say it's fine, except Sheikh al-Albani rahimahullah. Majority said yes. Nowadays, I don't know any scholar who says it's haram except Sheikh al-Albani rahimahullah. But all the scholars go against this. This is not bay'atain fi bay'ah. So this is not Ina. Ina, he wants money. And I don't want to give him money. I don't want to lend them. I want to make profit. So what is the best way of doing this? Just use this trick. Buy and sell, and in reality there is nothing to buy and sell. Just we brought this in between, and both two transactions will finish by giving him 800 and he will bring it 1,000. So there is nothing left. But in your case, you want to buy a product, you want to own it, that's fine. And I can charge you more because of the time. The time is money. So if you want to keep my money for 6 months, you will pay me after 6 months. I need to increase my profit. There's no problem about this. Especially now, inflation is something that is approved now. Even the settled countries, well-organized countries, very advanced countries, they have a percentage of inflation, 2-3%, which means that if you pay 100 dinars today, the amount of goods you bought by this 100 dinars, after 1 year you need to pay 102 dinars or 3 dinars, depends on inflation. So the money value goes down. It has to be like this. So you have to consider this. If you want to leave your money for 6 months, 1 year before you take it, you need to make sure you get it more. And it's the other way around as well. When it comes to Bay' al-Salam, we will talk about it. The Prophet approved it. You are a farmer and you need money. I'm a rich man. I want to do business. So you come to me, you said to me, Aimen, if you give me 10,000 dinars today, I'll provide you after 1 year 100 tons of potatoes. And you give me the description. Is this okay? Usually you will offer me a good price. Why? Because of the late delivery of the goods. It's acceptable. It's acceptable to do so. Yes?
If you go back to the case of the laptop, right? So if I'm buying, I'm not paying the full amount, but I'm already getting the good and I'm starting to use it, right?
Say again?
I'm getting the laptop.
Yeah.
I haven't paid for it.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to use it already.
But you signed the contract or they've done everything.
Okay. And if something happens to me, then the contract should be still valid or...
Yes. It's loan on you. If la qaddar Allah, something happened to you, it has to be paid through your wealth or anything. So you still owe me this. Because it becomes a loan, a debt. We'll talk about the types of debt. When we finish the contracts, now you've taken the laptop, now the relationship between me and you, now you owe me 800 dinars. Regardless of what's going to happen. And that's why I cannot increase this if you cannot pay me after 6 months. It becomes riba. Yes?
Sheikh, the many Islamic bank is giving the murabaha loan to the people.
Murabaha?
Murabaha facility.
Well, not loan, yes. That's it.
So they keep the commodity in between.
Yeah?
I purchase, bank purchase the commodity on behalf of him, then give the commodity, but commodity is not giving to the
But what?
commodity.
Yeah?
He is selling it and he is getting the money. But it is done by a third party, but it is never ownership of commodity is not moving, but money is come from.
What do you mean? What do you mean is not moving? It is moving.
How?
Now, I am Islamic Bank. You are the customer, and he's the car dealer. Okay? Now, you want to buy a car from him.
No, I'm not talking about the car. I'm talking about I need the money. I need money from you.
No, and you mentioned murabaha. I'm telling you what's murabaha. What you do as a customer, it's your problem. It's not the bank. Because what the customer does usually, when the murabaha is finished and he took the car, he will resell it. You will resell it. Now, I have nothing to do with you. Forget about, I'm not Islamic Bank. I am a businessman who financially use Islamic finance when I deal with people. You come to me and said, Aimen, I wanted a loan. I said, I can't give you a loan. He said to me, okay, I want this car from this guy. How much, Ibrahim, you said the car? I sell it for 10,000 dinars. You said to me, if you buy it for me, you will buy it for 11,000 dinars installment. I said, that's fine, good deal. We fix. I buy the car first, own it, then I make a contract with you, a fixed contract, and a fixed payment. You pay me after every month, every year, whatever, to pay me 11,000. So what's the benefit for me? 1,000 dinars, my profit. Now then you go and you sell it cheap, expensive, is not my problem. It's your commodity. You do whatever you want to do. You cannot blame me if you use it for halal or haram or you sell it. It's out of my responsibility. So it's fine.
But there is a catch there. The bank, they take the signature from us that we will buy from you.
Sorry, say again?
They take the signature from us.
Who are you now? The client, the customer?
I'm the customer.
Okay.
The bank takes the signature that I will buy,
Yeah, this we call it wa'd. You promise to buy it. You don't sign a contract.
Yeah.
It's not a contract.
Say, I will sign a promise to buy.
Exactly.
So the bank buys building material from a contractor.
Yeah.
And then they sell it for a lesser price to the contractor. And then they give the money.
Say again? No, what's this? It's not murabaha.
What is second share? Suppose there is a commodity traders. They are
Traders.
commodity, they are trading the commodity.
Just give an example.
So I want
Textile, cars, what is it? Building materials, that's fine. Building materials, yeah?
I want really the money.
No.
I want the money from the bank.
Good.
10,000 KD.
Why? You want to buy the materials?
No, I don't want to buy the material. But bank is doing this transaction for me.
Oh, tawarruq, okay. Okay. So, okay, how do you do it? How do they do it?
What they do, suppose there is a commodity traders, suppose in Bahrain or UK or somewhere, they are selling the different types of metals and other things. So, there is a arrangement with the commodity traders, he purchased the commodity.
The bank.
The trader, what is called the commodity traders, his bank is ordering him, they purchase the commodity from this guy, and then
Bank purchase the commodity for you.
and then bank gives the money to him.
1 second. How can the bank purchase the commodity for you? Is it your money or the bank's money?
The bank's money.
So now at the moment the bank purchase the commodity to sell it to you.
No, bank, what is the arrangement is done? The bank wants to give me 10,000, I want 10,000 from the bank, then goes to the transaction with the trader, and bank is asking the trader that Jalal wants to buy the commodity, buy for him. So he purchases the commodity and banks give the money. Then I am telling the traders, document is signed, sell it for me.
The trader will sell it for you.
Then the trader sell it for me. So I am getting the money from him.
Okay, then how do you pay the bank?
Money is with me, and then I pay the money to the bank. It is a 3 years, 2 years, 1 year's contract with the bank to pay the money. Because agreement is there. Agreement.
Yeah, they call it tawarruq. Anyway, tawarruq, it's a long issue and it's not very good contract. But if it happens once, it's fine. But if it's regular, they call it tawarruq munazzam, it's haram. المجمع الفقهي mentioned it's haram. tawarruq munazzam, that regularly they do this and there is nothing, there is no commodity, just put the commodity to sign that, this is haram. But if it happens once, it's fine. How does it happen once? You come to me, you want money as you said. I don't want to give you loan. It's not compulsory upon you to help you. So you buy this for 1,000 and you go sell it for 800 to someone else. And you take the money and you have to pay me back the 1,000. It's up to you. You can do it. They call it tawarruq. Majority say no, but Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah many scholars say it's fine inshallah. Maghrib? خلاص, we stop now and come back Maghrib? خلاص, we come back inshallah after Salat al-Maghrib. سبحانك بحمدك يا الله استغفرك.